Inside city walls, we don't usually think about how nature works. Let's go on a journey around the incredible places of Russia. In just one day, we'll see them closer than ever before. And we'll remind ourselves how unique, diverse and organic life here is, where people protect nature. Russia's wilderness. Salt marshes and sand dunes just a couple of steps from the Caspian Sea. A diverse world of sand, unique to Eurasia. Surrounded by green steppes to the north and reed beds in the west, the Sarikum sand dune. What do we know about rocks? They have witnessed changes on our planet. They transformed into their final, perfect shape. But can a rock become something else? A desert, for example. Would you believe that these sand dunes beneath you were created just by wind and rocks? To understand what happened here, we must go back in time. Million years ago, the waters of ancient seas rested here. But the Earth's crust started moving. The water flowed away, and mountains appeared. The Narat-Tubi Ridge. It seems that nothing can disturb the peace of this lateral dry valley. Wind carries away the rocks that created the desert, grain by grain. Among these flying sands lives toad-headed agama. When the sands start moving, this nimble lizard stays bravely on the surface. The scaly fringes on its feet allow it not to fall into the dry sand, but if there is any danger, the lizard quickly buries itself in the sand, moving its feet and body. And it's gone in a flash. Sarikum is the only place in Dagestan where the temperature is above 30 degrees for 5 months of the year. Right now, the sand is red hot. But despite these truly hellish conditions, the winds are blowing over the dune for more than 300 days a year, changing direction day and night. The wind changes the outlines of the ridges, but the sand dune remains in place. The wind affects everything here. Regular grass sprouting through the sand predicts the direction of wind. Right now, it's blowing towards the Caspian. How do we know? Take a closer look. The plant drew a circle at its base, obeying air mass force. Only a few days ago, there was a salt lake here instead of this salt marsh. Rainwater mixes with soil, which is rich in salt. The sun evaporates the water, leaving deep cracks in the ground. This is where many visitors find food. For example, a black-winged stilt. Piedmont plains are full of life. Poppy fields bloom in spring. In the morning, red poppy heads are open towards the sun, but at night, they become shelter for hundreds of insects hiding from the cold. Dagestan is a unique country, where you can find various landscapes, and that's very easy to confirm. We've been sailing over reeded canals to the east, to the Caspian Sea. This is the largest inland body of water on Earth that has no connection to a world ocean. That is why the Caspian is both a lake and a sea. On its northern coast, there's a border between Europe and Asia. The closer to masses of water, the more life can be found. Let's see who's hiding in the reeds. The spotty feathers of European herring gull chicks hide them from the eyes of uninvited guests. It's very hard to see them from the water. You bet, gulls are professional thieves. The greedy little predators feed 5 times a day on whatever their parents can catch, or they steal from other gulls. But in just 20 days, the nest will be empty. The chicks will flutter out. 100 meters above, we can see a flock of the titans of the sky. Dalmatian pelicans are the largest in their species. They fly up to 3,000 meters high at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. They're very powerful. Take a look. Its wingspan is 3 meters. As you see, pelicans nest on small trees or in the reeds. A pelican housewife builds a big nest up to 2 meters in diameter, but very soon the pelicans get bored sitting in this spacious nest. Only 8 days after they're born, the curious chicks try to get out into the water. If the feathered neighbors have already hatched their children, a common tortoise has plans, or more likely dreams. A tortoise's life is unhurried and peaceful. It's unbelievable. They can spend several years to travel just 1 kilometer. But all that changes in the mating season. Males become active and aggressive. It seems that the female is not very impressed. But the male's perseverance is understandable, because breeding in the steppe is a real challenge. Wise nature creates unusual species and from the word go exposes them to arduous trials. A tiny piece of land unites these contradictory landscapes. Desert and jungle, steppe and mountain, and a seashore. Nowhere else in Russia can you see such incredible contrast. Traveling around Russia's reserves, you can't help but feel astonishment at the absolute greatness and power of wild nature. Scientists claim that many ecosystems will soon become relics of the past. Deserts and seas, forests and mountains, and all of their inhabitants are endangered by human activity. There are primordial islets, with mind-blowing creatures living all over Russia. And we must keep their miraculous world intact. Developing a system of reserves is one of the main priorities for the Russian Federation's Ministry of Natural Resources and Ecology. The Roszapoved Center's mission is to promote recreation in the wild, support scientific research and biodiversity in wild nature. 9 specially protected natural areas have opened in Russia in the year of ecology. 24 more areas are planned to open by 2024. Russia's nature is its national heritage. Let's protect it together.